Welcome back to our weekly webcast. We are really excited because we've been getting a lot of your applications, and along with that, we've also been getting a lot of phone calls. One of the questions we've been getting recently is, what is physical vigor? Physical vigor to us means you have a sustained commitment to fitness and wellness. You value what's been gained by collaboration, sportsmanship, discipline, stamina, persistence, in preparing for and engaging in competitions and performances. So that's it. Just show us on your application your sustained commitment to an active lifestyle. Another question we've been getting is, do you see our Common App? Because you're also simultaneously applying to UNC Chapel Hill through the Common App, this is a common question. But I wanted to reassure everybody that we do not see your Common App. Therefore, you can use the same recommender. You can also repeat and use the same essays that you've used your Common App for your Morehead-Cain application. Just be sure to include everything you want us to know about you on your Morehead-Cain application. Another question we've been getting this week is, what are we looking for academically? Well, we're looking at your transcript and the difficulty of the classes that you took. We're looking at the grades you earned in the rigor of those classes. We're looking at your SAT scores, your ACT scores, and also we're hearing about what your recommender and your counselor has said about your academic performances. But we're also seeking those candidates whom learning is an appetite. It's much more the appetite than it is about earning the grade. And it's those students who are willing to come here and take full advantage of UNC's academic excellence. So we'll be back again next week. But in the meantime, we also have a couple of scholars who have come today to share a little bit more insight into what makes a really great application.
One thing that really intimidated me about the Morehead application was thinking about how to kind of hit all components of my identity or all components of what I had experienced in high school, and trying to communicate that and convey it in an effective way to the foundation staff. So in regards to kind of making sure you hit all the boxes or hit all the 4 components of Morehead-Cain, I would say don't stress too much about that and thinking about it in a checklist form, but rather think about it in the sense of how can you really exhibit those qualities with things you've already done.
When I applied, I was most intimidated by the word limit set on the application. I remember there was a specific section that was something like, list 5 things that you've done, and you could only write about a sentence and a half or 2 sentences for each. And I was worried how I was going to be able to sell myself in such limited words. But I realized everyone's limited by that, and you just have to really focus about using each word to show your personality.
I was kind of worried about not filling all 3 or 4 boxes that were available in every category of the application. To that, my personal opinion is that say what you want to say and make sure you communicate what you've done in a succinct way. So don't just fill every box just to have something to fill the gap. But at the same time, if you have kind of a cool, fun fact about you that isn't necessarily something you did 3 times a week for 4 years, that's still totally fine to include in the application. Don't force filling space when you don't need to, but at the same time, if there's kind of a fun fact about you, don't hesitate at all to throw it in.
Sometimes you may feel like on the application you can't fill it all. If they ask you for 3 activities that you do to show your physical vigor, I basically did 1. I ran every day of my life competitively, but there was nothing else structured. So I thought something good was, as I said before, you need to be able to show yourself in the limited space. So use all the space you can. Use that second activity to say, you know, a personal belief of yours. Maybe you don't believe everything in life has to be structured. So maybe you don't actually, physical vigor doesn't have to be a sport, but could just be going outside and enjoying the day, and make it an argument that shows more of your personality. Use every bit because they want to know who you are.